Hello guys, Garcia here. Welcome back to Prelude II. Alright guys, so we're back. So in the last episode we got the final quest of the mod here, or the final one that is available to us at this point, which is the one to go to the medical clinic to check out what's happening with the deaths of like the homeless people here in the outskirts of downtown here. I finally learned that this place is called Downtown Outskirts. I didn't know. So we are close to downtown here, I guess, but not quite there. So we are going to graduate in a few months, I guess, if our quests take us there, like the Prelude 3, right? Chapter 3, we'll see. I have no idea. I have no insider information about that. All right. So remember, something's happening in the clinic. We don't know exactly what, but people have been dying. So we'll find out. Oh, I was supposed to actually look at this. Yeah, the body exploded. Square of Doom there. Alright. So I'm going to be completely honest. The first time I played this, the moment I started, I was like, oh no, Warriors 2.0, you know? My brain went exactly where you thought it would go. Like for a guy that doesn't like the Warriors all that much. I thought like, oh my god, I have to play like a second type of Warriors that they cooked up here. But the section is not that long, so it turns out it's okay. Oh hey. I fell for it. The idea is to touch the door here, then you will activate the enemies. There you go. Open. We have some info. No. Alright, I'm glad we have the rats here. That's always a plus. Okay, so let's try to not use disciplines here as much as possible. If we take damage, let's just try to heal it naturally, so I won't need like to hope for a blood doll of any kind. That's a lot of bullets for the Glock there. Oh hey, guess who? Yeah, this guy probably is better for me to fight him from a distance here. I mean, I have unarmed combat here, but it's not great. We'll see if this is a good idea or not. Oh hey, there's another one. No, it isn't. I know that immediately now. Oh yeah, I have the Gunto. I forgot about it. Alright. That's way better. Alright, I have to install this. Did you guys see what happened here? Because I started the fight and they threw me on top of this, like, what was the name of these things? Like pallets? So on top of these boxes here. They didn't have the angle to hit me with the green, like, skull thingy that they use. So because of that, I ended up surviving because it didn't hit me. So there you go, that's a good, like, hint or tip. Just stay on, like, a different ground from those enemies. And if you're having trouble with this section here, just step on on top of these. And theoretically, you should be okay because they won't have an angle on you. But we'll see. If they show up again, I'll try the technique again. We'll see if that happens. I'm calling it a technique, but that was a complete accident, right? I forgot I got the Gunto, man. The Gunto's way better. The torch is fine, but without like too many melee skills. My melee combat here is 3. Oh yeah, the range is 3. I read the unarmed for some reason. But yeah, still not like amazing. The one thing with this game is for you to deal like... Oh, it's broken. I see. For you to deal like decent damage with your ranged weapons, you need a decent amount of of range skill, because if you don't have a whole lot of it, you are not going to hit as many shots, so it doesn't matter if you have like a weapon that deals a lot of damage. You're just not going to hit it. Alright, 8. I have 6, so with blood buff I should be able to open this. But I'm not going to. I'm going to try the other routes, because not everybody's going to have lockpicking 6 here, right? So let's suppose I don't have lockpicking. What would I do? So let's follow here. So as you can see, you have these pipes here. So I think they're connected to each other. There's one of the pipes here that will bring me back here. Maybe this part here will be lifted, this gate. I don't remember that well. As I said, this is the one quest that I didn't memorize that well, because I never memorized this quest like in sewers and stuff when mods do this. I just suck at them. Everything looks the same, you know? Alright, so at least we don't need to worry about dying from not having air to breathe here. Alright, so as you can see here, this location, where is it? Here. So if you look at it from this angle, you recognize it right away. This is the first part of the warrens here. You open and then you go down there, see? So we need to do something here to remove the water. Alright. Going up. Safe. Clipboard. We'll read the clipboard, but let me just see what I can do here. See, so it brought us back here. So I can actually use this as a shortcut. Now let me read the clipboard here. I'm not sure if this is the same from the game, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it is. So let's go down there again. Let's see if we can find a different route here. So we came from exactly the opposite side of this one. So we came from there. So we need to find something else. So we have this entrance here. That will probably lead us to somewhere relevant. So right now I don't think I can use this. It's locked. Oh, the key, there you go. Sewer key. So probably with this key I can open that door with that requires lockpicking 8. But I have no idea why the guy's low down here. Either it requires like very specific spots to enter here, like the hitbox is bad, or I'm not supposed to enter here. I'm gonna go with that. That's probably what happened here. But now I have the key, so that's okay. It doesn't matter which side, it's going to take us to the exact same spot here. Alright. Even with a vampire, like going this deep in water here, the sewers will never feel comfortable. There you go, I got the key, so now we proceed here. Alright, so this is the ladder that will take us back here. So the place we weren't able to enter here. So reservoir. So drain control and emergency valve. So let's go drain control first. Sorry. So I have 6 hacking, should be enough. Misty. So let's drain it. Reservoir. Failed to open drainage gates. Ah. Drainage gate must be opened manually. Oh, that's such a hassle. Alright. So emergency valve. Unlock. This one doesn't require a password. There you go. Oh, I need to write Valve too, sorry. Lock. There you go. Alright, now that it's unlocked, I can go and click on it. So as you can see, you don't need to have either high lock picking, or you also don't need high hacking here. You can just do it. But having both obviously helps a lot. Every time I think about like stats in this game, I actually don't think a whole lot about like this mod or that mod, or this stat or that stat. I actually think about Night Road, the text-based game, Vampire the Masquerade. Because in that game, I built my character in such a way that like every single stat that I used ended up being useful somehow. So there were no like wasted points at all. Even in things that were like highly specific, like specific skills. Alright, so we are down here at the second level, I guess. Well, I'm not gonna go close to that. Doesn't seem like the best idea. Alright, so we cannot enter here yet. We came from here. Okay. This is way too quiet. Something's up. Alright, so we'll need to enter here later. Here, so we have some tubes or pipes here. Oh no! That sucks. Okay, this one I cannot fight with my bare hands here. I have a little bit from the Ingram here. Alright, that's not good. Alright, I didn't remember that. Let's go shotgun. Wait, move. Alright, her damage has been lowered, I think, from the base game. I'm stuck! Oh no! Oh, it doesn't work. That's a shame. Alright, so I need to heal a lot here. So let's just chill down here for a while. Oh my god. Like, healing aggravated damage with the hunter guy here is going to be very difficult. What I should have done was to like crawl in one of those pipes. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's a way better idea. Just reload here. So where's the picture? You know what? Whatever. So we need to enter here. So for that, we need to use this path below the grates here, this metal covering here. But to do that, we need to raise the gates. So to raise the gates, I guess this is enough. Let's see. It is. But also, there's that door that's behind some bars there. I want to know what's in there, so let's check. So if I have to find a creature, I'll find a creature from the hole here. Just cheese all the way. Let's see. Oh, what are the odds? I picked the correct pipe randomly. Oh, he's mad. Inventory is full. Oh, the fire axe. Oh man, wait. Let me drop something useless here, like the arm. Can I drop the arm, or the arm will stay here on my inventory? No, I can drop the arm. Okay. The fire axe is definitely my favorite weapon. Like, easily. Alright, I could try to kill her from here, but I don't know if that actually works. And I don't know why my guy just drew the weapon back here. It has to be the shotgun because I don't have bullets for anything else. There you go. Okay, so I'm not going to use more blood heal here. So we'll see if I can survive here. Hopefully there's some more rats somewhere here. Alright, I don't like walking around the shotgun. Let's just go and get the fire axe here. Alright. Come on, drop the music. Why? The combat music always makes you nervous in this game if you don't know what is causing it. Oh, I see. There's some dudes down here. Yeah, I'm not gonna choose presence. Oh, this guy covered a lot of ground. Come at me, bro. Come on. Oh wait. No. There's a big one. Where? Oh no, that's bad. I'm dead. Oh. Alright. I didn't know that was going to be like the big one here. Whoa. That was funny. At least I was able to hit like one swing. What do I do here actually? I don't know. Oh yeah, I need to climb this ladder here. But I need to put a barrel here. Oh. How do I do that without... Oh, they explode, my god. Alright, so the barrels are there, okay. Surveying the environment here. Let me go. Yeah, here they have the angle, as you can see. Alright, so the idea is to get the barrel below the ladder. Problem is I'm too low here. So I'll just try to get the barrel, go to the middle, and then try to avoid the blasts here. The objects in this game don't behave the way you hope. I can just try shotgun them down too. Let's try. Kind of slow, I think. I cannot miss shots. Move away from these guys, they explode, come on. No! There you go. One is down. Save. Forever. Ooh, okay. Alright. Feels like I'm playing Doom here. Man, I can't see. save here. Where are you going? Alright. Somehow. Okay, so he already dropped one of the objects here. I need to try to keep them like upright. Right here. Chill. Okay. Alright, that was rough as hell. My god. Alright, let's save here. So if it goes south, we just load. Go, go, go. Alright, we did it. Alright. Is this the wrong side or the right side? I think there's no wrong side here. I see. Okay. Alright. No? Chill. I need some blood like right now. Oh, this guy might explode. This is like a trap. Let me just shoot him from a distance here. Where's the Glock? Here. See? Oh, rats. Oh, 4 rats, that's actually great. I don't think we can jump down here, right? Yeah, we're going to go back to that big hall we were just at, so alright. Oh, I should have saved. Hopefully it's not going to crash here during the transition. I didn't have a crash in this mod, my first playthrough. Alright, so I would like to switch to the fire axe now. A tool for madmen and former hunters. As you can see, something is taking something that was alive or is alive somewhere here. Alright, so here we are going to meet the coolest NPC from this mod, in my opinion. So, good evening, K-Knights. So, did you come to watch me work, or you were simply drawn to my laboratory by the smell of blood and viscera? Yeah, my guy is either like going full-on hunter here. I'm gonna go with the second one. So, Holy Lord above, what is this atrocity? So, a theist. So, it is refreshing to see one among the ranks of the immortals these nights. Well, I'm a pretty recent one. I'm probably going to change my mind about that. So, were I still capable of such sentiments? Oh, actually, remember, we tried to talk to God at the altar in the church, and we got no answer. So, yeah, I think he already has forsaken us. So, were I still capable of such sentiments, I would be curious. But I rid myself of emotions and other human weaknesses a long time ago. So, nonetheless, so you did not answer my question. So what brought you to my humble studio? I was tasked with investigating a breach of the masquerade. So I tried to descend into the sewers to find the offender. So from there, all I had to do was follow the trail of rotting corpses and repulsive abominations that you glutted the bowels of the city with. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. I read the option and I clicked on the wrong one. I don't know why. Sometimes I do that. Like the option's like 4 lines long. I'm like, yeah, that's it. And then I click on the second one. Sorry. Hopefully I won't do that in the middle of the dialogue, not in the beginning here. Okay. 1, there you go. So, you are mistaken, K-Knights. Most of the sentries in the sewers were crafted by our Archbishop Andre, who mentors me in the arts of molding flesh and bone. My own creations are somewhat unstable at the moment. An exposure to potential danger provokes a strong adrenal surge, which makes them explode a little. Yeah, I saw. So a solution to this conundrum will soon present itself, I am sure. So remember, this is the guy from the... I don't know if he was at the platform in the first Prelude, but he's the guy that created the bodies that explode, right? There you go. Of course, you were the oil rig standing beside a reptilian hellspawn. It must have been this Andre you speak of. So you are rude, K-Knights, but you are also young, which means that it might not be too late for you to embrace your nature and become part of the Sword of Cain. So assuming you wish to see another knight, stop using these terms you consider derogatory to address me. I do not have a name, for to put a name or a face or to a thing is to define it, to disconnect it from a larger whole, to attribute it with individuality and weakness. So however, you can call me Cutter, Aaron Cutter, as it describes what I do, not who I am. That's such a roundabout way of saying, like, call me this, you know what I mean? Whatever. So indeed, the Archbishop and I did establish a base of operations against the Camarilla on the offshore oil platform. So it was supposed to be our foothold in Los Angeles. That is until you and your colleagues destroyed it. Apparently, you did not manage to stay alive for very long afterwards. Did you by chance have a run-in with a K-Knight who dislikes hunters with a passion? Probably. So lucky for you, unlike your creator, I do not hold grudges. Oh, thank you. So they should have killed you when they had the chance, as I would have done it in an instant where you're still drawing breath. So instead, they embraced you out of spite, an obvious sign of a weak mind driven by passion. I anticipate that your sire will pay dearly for this mistake, provided that you live long enough. Oh, this nice guy is worrying about the masquerade. What a cool guy. So I think we both know that you are not going to let me simply leave this room, which is why you don't really have to worry about protecting the secrets of the Sabbat. So indulge my curiosity, how do you plan to lay siege on the city and defeat the Camarilla? Oh, that's a lot of text. So I'm glad that you understand the situation you are in. I suppose it is only natural to make sure that the side you are about to join follows a proper strategy. So our aim is to gouge out the eyes of the Camarilla, yeah, the same phrase, by Andre. So by forcing the Nosferatu to hide in their underground lairs. So that was the plan. So it turns out that by this logic here, we really did an actual favor for Gary, like getting rid of the Shimizi. So it turns out it was not like as useless as Gary and like maybe other Camarilla members like made it sound or made it look like in the base game. So the Archbishop and I have been working tirelessly on creating sentries that we release in the sewers to keep the lepers at bay. So this might take a while, but eventually the Nosferatu will be forced to suspend their operations and the Camarilla will be blind to our movements and plans, allowing us to establish numerous strongholds within the city. So as well as to strike the Primogen and eventually the new prince himself. So the guy's just giving me like a James Bond villain monologue here. He's doing like a soliloquy. He's telling me everything that I want to know without me needing to ask him. This guy is actually a cool guy. Yeah, the first one I'm not going to even entertain here because I don't even want to be sympathetic to Sabbat. That's such a leap for this character. I don't think it's like it fits. So I understand your part in this grand strategy. You are making the Nosferatu laugh their asses off when they hear the popping of your shambling cadavers, signaling the advance of your forces 3 miles away. So basically, you're incompetent. So how dare you criticize my creations, you ignorant fool? You are not even skilled in the flesh crafting arts. That sounded awfully emotional of you. Mind your tongue. I am absolutely calm. Individuality and emotions are the ball and chain used to restrain your kind. It sounds like you're really losing it, Aaron. So what are you blabbering about, dimwits? My perfect serenity cannot be broken by the ripple sent by your feeble mind. Shut your foul mouth, or I will warp your brain until it starts oozing from your ears. So someone called the orderlies. It's all your fault, you miserable wretch. So, do you have any idea how long it will take me to fix this mess? How many nights I will have to meditate in total darkness? Oh, poor guy. So you are not worthy of the Sabbat, ignoramus? Ignoramus, really? So I need to go regain my composure. Yeah, that one went out the door a long time ago. So, but before I do that, here's a little foretaste of the hell I am going to send you to once I'm back. So from now on, guys, until we leave this place, we will have some nightmares. Let's see if that's in the quest here. So something doesn't feel right. Long nights, bad dreams. So pipe cleaner. Yeah, so we completed the quest. But from now on, we are going to have a bunch of nightmares. So a bunch of the scenarios we're going to see the two versions of them. The version in our heads and the version that the actual game like regularly provides. So he basically cast a spell on us. But obviously it's a discipline, right? Alright, so this became Freddy Krueger's dimension here. Or the further from the Insidious movies. Oh, another chunk. My god. How many brothers were lost? Come at me. Oh, hey. Wait, guy. I need a blood doll. So this is the actual version. So we have an elevator here. We have a place to punch in some codes. A numpad. Can I open this? Blood. Oh, that's great. You know what? I'm going to use one. Just in case. I've been low for way too long. One is fine. So we have the maintenance. We had the freezer. That's the elevator. Okay, let's see this side here. Okay, from there. What do you call the place where there's like a bunch of washing machines? I forgot. Damn it. Yeah, I really forgot. But you guys know what I mean. I forgot the word that you use for that. Alright. I don't know which side. Let's just go. Morgue. So it changed. Oh, hey. Oh, our good old friend from the first Prelude chapter. So please, brother, whatever demon has possessed you, in the name of the Lord, fight it. Come back to your senses. So, brother Desmond, but you're dead. How can this be? So, exorcizote, immundissime spiritus, omnis incursio adversari, omni phantasma, omnis legio, in nomine Domini nostri Jesu Christi, eradicare et effugare ab hoc, plasmatea, brother. I read that part in quote-unquote Italian too. So, brother, no, please. Lord, deliver me from this. Yeah. Oh, man. Freeze? What? Oh, I see. Oh, you freeze. Poor Dr. Malcolm. How dare they? But yeah, I remember this guy right away from the other Prelude. Good old brother Desmond. Because they, I guess all of them died, right? So Probably I killed them. I don't remember, actually, if he, like, the moment they died. It was him, that other lady that I forgot the name. Bach is not going to die for a few months still, right? So there, he's like big time messing with my head here, Cutter, that is. So we have a PC down here. Oh, the maintenance room key. So I'm going to check this PC, I'm going to check the maintenance room. So here is where there's another thing that I think it should be changed, I think. Or at least improved, you guys will see. But the gist is, we are going to have to read here. And we are going to go to the maintenance room and here and read some emails there. But the gist is, we need to find a way to activate the elevator. Which is here. Ah. Now that I have the fire axe, you ain't got nothing on me, bro. And we need to activate this. But the game gives you like kind of a, I was going to say charade, which is the way we talk about it in Portuguese, but it's not a charade. It's like a. I hate when I forget like the terms for stuff. But yeah, the game is going to give us like a a thing that we need to think about, okay? For us to like find a number to open the elevator. Not a charade. Jesus Christ, I forgot the term. Whatever. All right. Can I move this? No, I don't want to get stuck in chairs. As you know, objects are the biggest enemy of the player here. So, first of all, let's see corpses here. So what do we got? So George Smith, here. So 84 years old, chronic heart failure, pulmonary edema, no real relatives. So this one died normally. Emma White, 26 years old, overdose of cocaine, ecstasy, is that correct? And amphetamine, homeless, I see. So far nothing too crazy here. 63 years old, internal hemorrhage after being stabbed, homeless, no relatives. So two homeless died here. Remote access. Let's see what that is. Alright, I need hacking, but I do have hacking. So future corpses. Oh, there's a new one. Look. Amy Roberts. So 26 years old, bruised ribs after car crash, should stay here at least 24 hours for monitoring. Shall see the psychiatrist to determine the necessity of trauma therapy. Alright, so this character apparently is important for the mod, but is not has not like been implemented yet. You guys will see. We have some more information about her pretty soon. Let's see if we get more information about the other guys here with the remote access thing. So Oliver, Dale. Yes. Homeless, alcohol intoxication, stab wounds on his arms and hands after a fight with another homeless. Wounds shall be cleansed and he may sober up, then leave. There you go. So George Smith. George Smith. Sorry. There you go. Prognosis, if we place a stent in his right coronary artery. Good prognosis. So the idea here is that there's two versions of the same email, of the same like diagnosis. So in one case, like the person is dead. So 84 years old, like heart failure or something, dead, there you go. And on the other one is like, no, he's okay. He just needs like a procedure. And if the procedure goes fine, he's going to be fine. You know what I mean? So there's two versions of the same diagnosis, of the same like description of the patient. In the same like basically server, I guess. So one is you need a remote access. So you need a different point of entry, right? And this one has a different version. So that's what like Aaron and the other guys here are using to like justify the deaths, I guess. So Emma White, psychological therapy recommended. See, detoxification and psychological therapy. So she was still alive. And then, so basically they are killing people that are like regular patients that need like regular care and some procedures, and then they would be fine. But then what they do is they mess the files up here. They switch things up, and they make people that would look at those files believe that these people just died from these certain conditions, when in reality they either got killed or got used in experiments by Aaron. You know what I mean? So they are trying to cover their tracks here. So that's why the descriptions are so different between one and the other. So email. Alright, so death. Sure. So loot ready. From Jan. So, hi Doc, you are right. Nobody ever came for anything and nobody ever missed the corpses that our master cutter used for his experiments. Find the key to my office on your desk. Take 3 pieces you like. I will keep the rest. So also, another important thing to notice here is that they are only killing people that theoretically, quote unquote, no one would care about. So homeless people, addicted people, very old people that like either live in like asylums and like not asylums, that's the Portuguese version, in like retirement homes and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So they have like a master plan here that they are using. So, hi Doc, I'm still working on ventilation shafts. The elevator would have been next, but thanks for helping me out. Kyle. So where the hell is that guy? He was supposed to take care of the car crash victim, and now both of them are gone. So yeah, they are having some dissension in the ranks here, I guess. So there you go. Geez, couldn't happen to a better guy, am I right? Sayonara, Kyle. Want me to clean up after the master's done operating on him? There you go. So you have doctors and nurses that are working for the master there. So they are probably all ghouls at this point, or maybe they are just... they were either promised by the Sabbat that they would become members of the Sabbat, or they are ghouls. Or as we saw, the guy has like pretty powerful like mental disciplines. So maybe he just like straight up like dominated them somehow, you know. But yeah, he has ways of like doing that, right? All right. Okay. Good old Aaron. The man who shall not be named, except for Aaron. You know what I mean? It's like Pisha. My real name I tell no one, but you can address me as Pisha. Well, okay. Fine. You know what I mean? If you say so, lady. Alright. So we have several things here. So let's start with pending tasks. Here. Tasks. So ventilation. So they are having problems with the ventilation here, I guess. So first he said it's too drafty for him to work there. Now the fucking bastard put I don't know how many abdominal scarves in the shafts and asks me to clean them up. There you go. So they are using it to store the bodies, I guess. So elevator 1, or at least parts. That's the thing. So apparently it just skips 3 and 7 completely. I'm going to explain this one later. So working space. Working space. So the master is still busy with Kyle. Once he's finished sculpting the shrink, I need to get down there. There. I don't know if that's correct. I need to get down there and prioritize this task as soon as possible. Okay. Amy Roberts. We already read something about her before. So I checked the security feed in Jeffrey's, I don't know why it's looking like that, office. Found footage of this bitch moving into Kyle's office. Car crash victim, my ass. She climbed out of the psychiatrist's window. Turned out Kyle has a safe behind his file cabinet, where I found pieces of a report of what was going on there, or here. That fucking snitch. Good thing Adam had the decency to dispose the shrink. Even better that Master Cutter doesn't know anything about this. I need to find her and burn that file. She cannot have gotten too far from the clinic. So as you can see, for some reason they failed with one of the patients here. or one of the people that they were trying to like either transform or like operate on and so on, or mold, as the guy was talking about. So because of that, they are kind of scrambling here to find a way to like discover like where she went. So she's probably going to be like a character on the next version of the chapter 2 here. We'll see. So staff notes. So as I said, there's a lot of like setup for different quests that haven't happened yet because they weren't ready in this release. So staff notes for the master, sure. So Jan, I'm the janitor, absolutely loyal to Master Cutter. For him, I have my eyes everywhere at any time. So Doctor, Adam, B. So the pathologist. So employed for 5 years, team player, a smart guy, team player, a smart. That's so fun. Team player in like a death scheme here. A smart guy, excellent at his job, but loves to hear himself talking. Guess all those corpses aren't good company. So Dr. Chris T. So the internist, employed for 1 year, an annoying piece of shit, but currently Master Cutter's favorite dog, so he gets more of his intoxicating blood than me. There you go, so they are goals, all of them. So that answers my pondering there. So I definitely need to change that. So Dr. Kyle, Kyle R. So the psychiatrist, employed for 4 months, works diligently, does voluntary overtime, but prone to serious sentimentality as of late. I should keep a closer eye on him in case his attitude affects the quality of his work. So maybe Kyle felt bad for Amy, or maybe he like fell in love with her or something like that, and maybe he allowed her to leave, I guess. So Jeff, or like he turned a blind eye, you know what I mean? I'm not looking, just jumped out the window, something like that. So the watchman. So employed for 1 month, was always whining about how boring his work was until the mafia came and broke his arm. So Master Cutter will be working on him next. Yes, I should start searching for a replacement. So this guy's on the clock here. All right. So let's see. Email. So I don't know what that means. So loot ready. We already read this one. Elevator. So hi Jen, it looks like the code pad for the elevator doesn't work. So I'm going to actually get a pen here, and I'm going to write down this stuff here. So last time I checked, the code was 1274. So this was the code, correct? But the pad won't accept it, okay? Kyle? So I put his corpse in freezer 1B. Yeah, so he's already dead. So apparently the master couldn't stand his attitude about our work here. Too sentimental. I don't know about the missing patient though. You better find her soon or the master will get angry. Yeah, so Kyle's already dead. So the only thing left here is to find where the lady went, Amy. So we can deal with him later. To find this girl is more important, or do you want to end on Cutter's table? They're like, oh, the master, he's great, but they are in constant fear of him. That's how the Sabbat operates, really. So 1274 was the password, right? So you go to staff notes here. Again, sorry. If you're wondering why I'm having so much trouble typing, it's because my keyboard has, all the keys have been erased. My keyboard is completely blank. So I'm just going by memory here, that's why. No, that's wrong. Pending tasks. So that's why I'm having all sorts of trouble here. So elevator 1. Here. So we have 1274, right? So apparently it just skips 3 and 7 completely. And for the system to recognize 1, you need to enter 11. So it's so broken that I will need to exchange the whole pad for sure. I got stuck on this one, no joke, for at least 40 minutes. Just wrecking my brain, trying every combination possible. One thing that I would like to suggest to the creators here it should give an extra hint somewhere here down in the morgue, either in one of the emails or in like a piece of paper or something, just like to help you, you know, because when you say skip, it means something in English, right? But I am not a native speaker, and a lot of people that play these mods are not native speakers, so that might lead them to believe that you are saying something else. So this by itself is not enough to not cause someone to get stuck on this for a long time. So the problem is not the actual idea of the puzzle here. It's like how it is like delivered to the player, you know, because it took me a while for me to figure out here. So as far as I remember, hopefully I'm correct about this, but the code is actually 1124. So to recognize 1, you need to enter 11, right? So it was 1274. So the first number was 1, right? So the 1 has to turn into 11. So there you go. That's the first part of the code. So because of that, 4, you have 2, 7, and 4, right? One of these digits has to disappear. So 2 is the next digit, right? So 2 has to stay. So you have 11 and 2 because it was 12, right? So 11 and 2. So then you had 74, but remember, it skips 7. So because it skips 7, instead of going 1127, which is the next number, because 11, 2, 7, 4, but you can only have 4 of those, so it's going to be 11, 2, 7. But since the pad there, it skips 7, that means that the next number has to be 4, because it's the next one in line. So 1124, you know. I like, and you're like, oh, that's super simple, theoretically. It isn't. It just isn't, you know. Because as I said, for a native speaker, this might be like super simple, but I thought so many different things. I thought so many different like solutions for the problem. But at the end of the day, I reached this one 40 minutes later. So it might be that I'm too stupid. But as I said, escape for you guys and for me is not the same thing. Does not mean the same thing. You know what I mean? So either like give us at least like one extra number for us to latch on, or change the wording a little bit instead of like skipping and so on. And as I said, for a native speaker, you're like, oh, why? That makes perfect sense. But for a non-native speaker, it doesn't make perfect sense at all. Skip could mean a bunch of other things. So what I thought was like, for example, it skips 7. So I was like, well, if it skips like 3 and 7, for example, then 4 has to be 5. Because 1, 2, you need 4, right? So 1, 2, you skip 3, 4, 5. That's 4 digits, skipping 3. So that's a 5, not a 4. So I was thinking of digit by digit, not the sequence. You know what I mean? Oh, it closed and now I cannot open. Awesome. Great. That's fantastic. But that's basically it. So I think like the wording should be changed. But not should. Like I would like the word to be changed, the wording to be changed. Because obviously now I know. But not a whole lot of people will know this. So they might get really stuck here. And it's not because of the puzzle in and of itself, the puzzle's fine. But the wording and like the hint that is given there is not good enough for non-native speakers, I don't think. And that's speaking like as a native of like a country that speaks Portuguese. So that means that in other countries that might be even more troublesome, you know? Oh my god. Today is not my day. Let me save here. So this is another nightmarish operation here. So sir, how did you get in here? Can I help you? Hey, get back. So what manner of demon are you? I don't want to hurt you. So I see. You must be a new patient, sir. Sir, please let me help you back to bed. It's late. So wait, you really are a nurse? How can I know any of this is real? I can still hear the screams, smell the fumes and the ocean. Clearly, I feel like a patient here. So I can assure you I'm quite a real nurse. So please, you're not feeling well. Let us help you. So no, I was there again in the ocean on the rig, covered in darkness. It was so dark. So the basement has the same smell. So did I really see that fiend down there? So your skin is far too pale, sir. Sir, you're having a seizure. You have to take a deep breath and calm down. Just listen to the sound of my voice. No, don't touch me. I have to get off this rig or out of this hospital. Both, neither. So I just want to help you, sir, please. So I'm losing it. Everything is unwinding. I gotta get back to the sanctuary, out the way. So she was just trying to help. I don't think she's the same NPC that we talked with before, because she wouldn't call me sir, right? She would call me by, theoretically, not by my name, obviously, but... So we're back. So here we are going to get the one thing that I don't know about this mod. You guys will see. The one thing that I don't get, really. So I was able to finish this, but I don't know how I did it. You guys will see. It's difficult to explain. Here. So we are seeing that boss that we fought at the... What's the name? The platform? Oh, great. I'm freezing already. That is awesome. At least the damage is good. I'm stuck. No, I'm stuck. So let me explain here. So we are seeing this nightmarish vision that is a part of the discipline that that Cutter used on us, right? So we are still under the spell, quote unquote. But I don't know if I need to survive for long enough, if I need to deal enough damage, or there's some exploding corpses here too, because they were available in that fight on the platform against this guy. So I don't know if I need to explode a corpse too. So I have these three possibilities and I have no idea which one is the correct one. 0. So we'll find out here. I was able to survive, but I don't know what I did to survive. That's basically what I'm getting at here. So he's going to appear and disappear. So he's going to appear here, right? Alright. I cannot fight this guy with a melee weapon. It's not good. Where are the exploding bodies? I need them. They do more damage. I think that's how I defeat him in the platform too. Oh, there you go. There's one. Come on, outlast. Outlast. Alright, let me save here. We're doing reasonably well. Come on, brah. Oh, no. Too close. Here. Near the body. Come on. Explode, explode, explode. I'm not a frenzy. My god. Oh, see? I survived for long enough, but because I was frenzying, and the guy actually hit me twice in a row there. That's so annoying. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know if that works. Alright, I don't think I need to use disciplines here. Presence not going to work against this guy anyway. He's way too strong. Where? Here. This guy is obviously essentially Zigana, right? But like a different version, I guess. Explode! But not on me, man. Come on. Where are you? Alright, come on. Kill the Shibisi creation. There we go. Tear away. So, oh, I almost died there. So, hey, so, the heck are you doing? Easy there? Quit breaking shit? You are in a church, goddammit? Come on, snap out of it, kiddo. So, where is it? Where the hell is it? Jack, is that you? So, no, it's Saint Joseph coming down from the heaven to see who the hell is breaking what's left of the church furniture. Of course it's me, you know, kiddo. When I told you we need to celebrate, I didn't mean go to a raven feed on every sky-high motherfucker you can find. So he's assuming I'm high, I guess. So did you have a problem with that sort of thing when you were alive? Did Mother Superior catch you stealing communion wine once or twice before? Sorry to break it to you, but as far as I know, so there ain't no rehab for kindred. So the monster is gone. The church is back to normal. The things I saw, Jack, corpses on the walls, their entrails stretched out in a macabre display, blood everywhere, teeth and claws, bare muscles, and sinews glistening in the dark. Or sinews, I guess. So, okay. So why don't you tell me what the hell happened from the very beginning? Bill the Nosferatu informed me that some monstrosity was murdering the weak and destitute that live on the streets. So eventually my investigation in these murders led me to the sewers where I discovered the cisterns filled with blood and human remains, and the corridors teeming with all manner of ravenous fiends. So I've seen this before, when I fought those vampires at the oil rig back when my heart was still beating in my chest. So oh yeah, those gotta be them flesh-crafted freaks that the Shimisi are so fond of. If they let them run around in the sewers, then shit is getting real a bit faster than expected. Sorry, kid. So you went down some crapshoot and found a bunch of multi-legged creeps crawling down there. Then what happened? Did you rip off all of them extra appendages like Uncle Jack taught you? So I sure did. Then I got to the basement of some hospital where a crew led by a completely deranged guy by the name of Aaron Cutter. So experimented on kind that won't be missed. So that dude's face is like a wax mask, and although he pretended to have no emotions, he completely lost it at the end. So then he did something to me and left, and I ended up having some crazy hallucinations all the way from the hospital to the church. So death, torture, Friday night fright rejects attacking me left and right, then vanishing into thin air. It was all really messed up until it finally wore off. Oh, the guy actually described the situation very well. Right, so from what you're telling me, that really sounds like you ran across a Malkavian. So it's dementation, I guess. So some licks would give you the whole spiel about Mox being visionaries who can see things others are not aware of, or make some connections that no one else would be able to make. And some of it is definitely true. But I'm a simple man, so I'll just cut the bullshit and put it in simple terms. Malkavians are batshit crazy. Some are what they call highly functional. Others wouldn't be able to tie their own shoes to save their lives. Some are quite decent guys and gals that you can have an interesting conversation with, assuming you can decipher what is it they are trying to say. Others are evil psychos who only want to open up you up and spread your guts around in some artistic fashion. That sounds like Cutter. So yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Those psychotypes who manage not to get themselves dusted early on, usually end up drifting to the welcoming shores of the Sabbat La La Land sooner or later. And that Cutter guy you met seems like a textbook example of a Sabbat lunatic. So I'm no expert, but from what I understand, Malkavians can inflict temporary or sometimes not so temporary madness to others or on others. So to do that, they don't put any new crap in your head. Instead, they use what's already there. So which is not good news for you, kiddo, and is not good for two reasons. First, that Cutter nut job got you good. You are lucky you don't pass out at 6 a.m. in the middle of Hollywood Boulevard while talking to your long dead grandma kinda good. So he ain't no lightweight as far as his craziness level is concerned. So as long as the Sabbat is in this here town, chances are you will run into him again, and you better prepare for the next encounter. So second, I hate to break it to you, but all that crazy shit you've been relating for the past 10 minutes lives lives right up there in your attic, which makes you one disturbed individual. Given your previous occupation, so I can't really hold it against you. What I can do, however, is give you something to take the edge off, and just as a promise, I got the something right here. You ever drank someone who reads Feuerbach, I don't know how to pronounce that, for fun and considers, I shit you not, Ravel's waltzes a bit too decadent for her taste? I promise you that bums and low lives don't quite pack the same punch. Get upstairs and give it a try. Alright, I won't lie, I really need this right now. Yeah, I am in a rough spot here. Okay. So as you can see in this mod, the feeding process gives us less for each blood point. Alright, so let me save here. So there you go, kid. Well, aren't you looking more on point already? So I didn't really care for that whole staring into space and talking about sinews or darkness, a wailing and gnashing of teeth routine. Now, as I told you before, we need to lay low for a few months. And by we, I mean first and foremost you. I am a known quantity, so people expect me to be around. I can't just make an extra effort not to draw too much attention to myself. So you, however, is a whole different story, my friend, because no one knows who you are, where you come from, or who your sire is. In other words, as far as the cam is concerned, you're just some caitiff fledgling who was turned into some shit-stained alley a week ago. And let's face it, kiddo, it ain't all that far from the truth. Which brings us straight to the topic of the progeny tradition of the Camarilla. So, let's see. Progeny. So obviously he's going to talk about, I'm going to try to speed up here because this episode is going to be super long. So obviously he's talking about like the fact that you cannot like embrace without like discussing with the prince and like being like allowed to and so on. And obviously he's going to talk about the caitiff that is like a vampire without clan and so on. So I'm going to try to skip that part. So what about it? It kind of does, doesn't it? So the camp has a bunch of stupid laws they call traditions. We, the Anarchs, firmly believe that all these traditions had zero practical value even back in the days of horse carts and windmills. This all just a bunch of crap aimed at keeping the elders in power. And these days, they are completely worthless. So we're talking fake tits on a zombie kind of worthless. So that is, of course, all of them except for the so-called masquerade. So, but I don't need the whole Camarilla hierarchy to tell me not to shit where I eat. Keep a low profile, don't go around juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and you will be fine. We've been protecting the masquerade for 60 years here, and we sure as hell don't need some Nazi prick in the high tower to do it for us. Alright. So that's sort of beside the point. I was talking about the progeny tradition, which states that if you create another vampire without the thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall be slain. So that's the essence of the Camarilla right there. That's take one's right to procreate and turn into a valuable commodity or a boon to be bestowed upon those whom the priest considers loyal and worthy. It's also bad news for you, kid, because it won't take a deep thinker to conclude that you're as new to all of this as a blind kitten. No one ever asked LaCroix for permission to turn you or presented you to his court. So them Cammy licks only need to put you 2 and 2 together to realize that you are guilty as fuck. Alright, can the Anarchs protect me? We probably could, but it wouldn't be an easy thing to pull. We can't just tell them that you're with us and that you've been around all along. Your age is too obvious. Plus, quite a few treacherous fucks who actually have been around for decades flipped sides when LaCroix opened shop in the middle of downtown. You better believe that they will rat your ass out to His Majesty at the first opportunity to get on his good side. Yeah, I'm a commodity, I guess. So, but don't you worry all too much. If shit really hits the fan, we'll manage to spin some kind of story to cover you. our arrangement here might be temporary, but you're playing for the good team now, and we take care of our own. I see. So we'll tell them some lick who is with the movement up north sired you and sent you over to Nines so that he could show you the ropes. The problem with the story is that if push does come to shove, a whole bunch of anarchs will learn of your existence, and that will surely endanger our whole operation. In case you were wondering, no one knows about it except for those who really have to know, which is you, me, and Mr. Kane. There you go. So he's telling us these are the only guys that know about the whole sarcophagus thing. So I would really like to keep it that way. So the plan is for you to lay low until Johansson brings our box of bones to LA. Don't go anywhere and talk to anyone unless you absolutely have to. I'll bring you vessels and anything you need. We will also continue our evening sessions of being kindred one-on-one, along with some senior seminars on kicking ass and taking names, so that when it's time for you to step into the light, you don't immediately come off as a wide-eyed fledgling. So buckle up, kiddo. We have a lot of ground to cover. All right. There you go. So lay low. Go and do whatever you need to finish tonight to get some well-deserved sleep. So I just need to report back to Bill, and then that's it, right? Because the other two are not available. So that's the plan, essentially. Now he's going to hide me here, because if they get me, they will obviously be able to get the information out of me. They don't even need to torture me. Just like a discipline would be enough to like extract the information, right? We just got like demented here for a while, so that means that we are very like susceptible to that type of stuff. So the idea here is, now that I did my part, is going to help me out and train me to be like a good old vampire here. Where's Bill here? So when it's time for me to actually reveal myself, I'll be able to actually behave as a vampire, and my story of like being embraced up north and being sent to Nines will be like believable. That said, obviously there will be some people that know my story, right? Eventually. So that's not going to be like the best cover in the world, but that's what we got. Checking the money. So Jesus fucking Christ, man. So have all Sabat's packs in the damn city agreed upon frenzying at this. Oh, I forgot the music here is gigantically louder. There you go. At the same time tonight, if I didn't know better, I'd suspect this is supposed to be a prank. Sorry, one of those nights again. So give me some good news, please. I could really use some good news right now. The homeless man told the truth. His buddies were mauled to death by these xenomorphic creatures. So the work of flesh crafter for sure. That means that even more Sabat. That means even more Sabat activity. So anything else? Yes, I actually tracked down the one who's responsible for all of this. Calls himself Aaron Cutter. I found him in the basement of the nearby hospital, where he and his ghouls were faking the deaths of patients to get bodies for his experiments. Nice work, Bloodhound. Aaron Cutter, huh? Never heard of that name before. His face didn't have any features, just a few holes. You'll know it's him when you see him, trust me. So talked a lot about the Sabbat and a certain archbishop known as Andre. That's all I know. He got furious and used the discipline to make me have a waking nightmare, Jesus, then left. So, well, sounds like you're driven him out of this nest for good, at least. That is good news indeed. I'm so glad I can count on you on that at least, one kindred tonight. Thanks a lot. One last huge problem for me to take care of. Take this. You definitely earned it tonight. So, thanks. I even took these last words of a dead sewer worker with me to make sure no kind finds them. So don't you think it's also time for a discount on your book? So there you go, guys. Get the clip and bring it to Bill here. And I guess he'll give me a haggle point here. Or maybe just the money. We'll see. Yes, alright, fair enough. Yeah, I got it. It's getting late, the sun will be up soon. Anything else I can do for you? Nope. So there you go. Finance, yeah, so I got a finance point here. So another haggle point. I have a bunch of XP points here, but I have no reason to use it because the next time we play this, when the next version comes out, I will have to restart anyway. Because there's going to be a bunch of like side quests and stuff. So yeah, as I said, I have no idea how we get through that fight in the church. So I don't know if I have to win the fight. I don't know if I have to survive for like a certain amount of minutes. I don't know if I have to explode a few corpses. I have no clue. So the one thing that we do know is that we can kill the enemy, the creation there. So it is doable. But just use guns. Don't go for melee because that guy is absolutely like brutally strong. As I said, it's basically Zigana, right? So Zigana is like one of the enemies in the game that you never fight like melee, right? Unless you're like Potence 5, Celerity 5 or something like that. Alright. Man, my voice is going away real quick. A lot of stuff to read in this one. So I apologize for the length of this one. But I wanted to read like all the emails and see what like everything that is available for us to read and do right now. I didn't see any reason to like divide this into 2 videos, you know what I mean? So no emails. So let's leave. Alright guys, there you go. So we finished the mod here. So yeah, I'm going to actually pause here instead because I don't know if this song here has like YouTube problems, meaning copyright problems. So I'm not going to risk it. So it's going to be obvious like the names of everybody that is like working on the mod and so on. So some quick thoughts here because this video has been super long already. So Prelude II, incredibly high quality mod. Like you can see that like the modders that are working on this are like very experienced and they know what they're doing here. And as I said, I only have a couple of problems, which is like the password thing that I think like at least like one more hint or like rewriting a little bit that email that would like make that section be like smoother for a lot of people, I think. And that fight against the La Sombra, that one I think needs to be reworked somewhat, either to be like a fight in only one place or for the fight to be in like 2 sections, so she only like vanishes once and then comes back once. Because if that's not the case, then obviously for me worked, but for a lot of people it might not work because I had this problem before. She might vanish and not show up. She might teleport to a different place every time you go to a place that she's in a completely different spot and you hear her teleporting. Then you go there, she's not there. But then she goes back down and you up there. So how the hell are you guys going to ever meet? So you get stuck in the quest essentially. So those are like my main critiques. Other than that, man, the quality is amazing. The lore is great. The explanation that Jack gives for your like involvement in the whole thing makes perfect sense. So he doesn't involve himself like too deep, like physically him going to these places and so on, because that would be too obvious that he's like plotting a scheme. Someone finds out. So might as well just like send some new guy that no one knows is a vampire yet, right? So being a caitiff is really cool. Being like a former hunter is really cool. And yeah, and like Jack is the perfect choice here. It wouldn't be good to like start again with LaCroix or like being like Strauss's like disciple or something like that. Or even like working for other anarchs. I think Jack is like the perfect guy for this type of story that we are telling here. So yeah, I don't know what happens going to happen like in the future in terms of like Prelude 3. I don't know if like this is going to happen like at the same time as the base game because some months will pass, right? Or after the base game and LaCroix is already down. I have no clue. As I said, for this one I have no inside information. I didn't beta test it, so I don't know a whole lot about it. But as I said, the quality is amazing. The new hub is awesome. I like basically all of the new characters. They are all really cool. The ideas are really cool too. So yeah, the 10 out of 10 basically. So when the new version comes out with like all the side quests and all the extra stuff, because remember, we have the thing with Amy Roberts. We have that NPC that we talked to with the hospital that I like her a lot. Outside the hospital actually. We have the Continental Building and the whole like Mr. Bakerman thing. We have that other building that gives us access to some sort of basement. So yeah, we have a lot of like unfinished stuff. So this mod will be very beefy, I think, when it releases. So it's going to be like probably 8 to 10 hours long, I guess, if you know everything and where to go and all that stuff, which is a lot, which is like a lot of content for a mod. Remember that this one is basically like war games, so like from scratch, right? You create all the maps, all the characters, all the interactions, even places that already existed, like the museum, are completely different, and the fights are different, and so on and so on. So yeah, a lot of work went into this, and you can tell, especially me after like playing all of these mods, I can tell you that this is one of the hardest ones to make, and obviously it takes forever, like to set up all these quests and remove all the bugs and make it make sense and beta test it and so on. So yeah, I'm very glad that people are working this hard on like this cool idea of like making like a prelude to Bloodlines, right? Which is funny too, because if you think like Prelude 3 happens after Bloodlines, then it's no longer a prelude, it's an epilogue. You know what I mean? So maybe there's no Prelude 3, maybe there's like Epilogue 1, you know what I mean? So I have no idea what's going to happen. But yeah, guys, amazing. If you guys haven't check it out for yourselves. Keep an eye out for it, because like maybe this year we'll get another version of it, maybe next year and so on. It takes forever. So I'm not like holding my breath, because I know that the work that goes into this is like gigantic. So many things can go wrong, and you should work on so many things to make the mod like fluid and like not buggy and so on. But I would like to congratulate everybody that worked on the mod, and I also would like I would like to thank them for like fixing the major problems that most players were having on the museum. A lot of crashes. Most players stopped playing during like the first early access because of those crashes in the museum. They figured out a way to make it work and no crashes. So yeah, so they heard the feedback and they changed what they needed to change. So that's great, as always. So guys, you guys that watched, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for, if you watched even like a minute of any of the episodes, I thank you. So try this one out, keep an eye out, because my new like updates and stuff might be in the horizon and we don't know. About the next playthrough, I have no clue what I'm going to play, because there's no new ones right now that I would like to play. So I'll probably have to replay something. So we already replayed Clan Quest recently. So I have no idea if I'm going to play Anti-Tribute. The only one that I'm 100% sure that I'm not going to replay right now is War Games, because I want to wait for the new PC to arrive for me to like play it in a better quality, you know. Other than that, I could replay Final Nights, I could replay Anti-Tribute. There's Cleansing Barabbas add-on that I haven't tried yet. There's a bunch of other ones that I'm not thinking about right now. So we'll see, but there will be another Bloodlines playthrough in the channel here soon. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.